Guten Morgen. Hello, 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 and welcome to Happy Chappy Corner. Today is our first Wednesday of Advent, and here are my Happy Chappy thoughts of the day. So, yesterday we talked about a lot of different things. One of the things I mentioned was trying to have the faith of Jesus. And in today's reading, one of the texts says that the Lord is exalted, and I'm going to go into that in just a minute, but I want to shout out to today's devotion brought to you by Father Gregory Boyle, an amazing man who runs Homeboy Industries in the States. He started this. He saw that it started as jobs for a future. He saw that what these individuals really needed was a job and was somebody to love them, and so he works. It's the largest rehabilitation program in the entire world, started by Father Gregory Boyle with gang members in Los Angeles. He has 2 books, and they're both absolutely incredible. This is the latest one. And so here's the story that Father Greg tells. And it's inspired because today, in one of the readings for today, it says, the Lord is exalted. So in this book, Father Greg tells the story about he was at a penitentiary and he was saying a mass, and the one homeboy, as he calls him, gets up to go and do the reading. And so Father Greg sits and closes his eyes to listen to the reading, and the guy gets up to the mic and says passionately, "The Lord is exhausted." And Father Greg opens his eyes, because it was supposed to be exalted, but Father Greg's reflection is beautiful. He says, you know what, I thought that was amazing, because don't we hold on to this beautiful image of a God that is just so exhausted from loving us so much, exhausted from loving us. We've got this kind of complication, this thought process of a God in heaven who's like, you do better, and this disappointed God, and this sometimes the idea of exalted could be like, bow to me because I'm awesome and you're not. But Father Greg, he takes this image, our image of God, and it's just so beautiful, and flips it up of this God of complete tenderness and mercy, and a God that is just simply exhausted from loving us so much. And I think that that's absolutely beautiful. And if you think of Jesus, one of the Gospels today, it's kind of the same one as yesterday in a different book, and Jesus is healing and healing and healing and healing, and he must have been completely exhausted, but exhausted in a good way, from loving, from reaching out, from serving. But here's the thing, I think we have trouble sometimes really thinking about this God of tenderness and mercy, and this faith of Jesus, which says you love everybody, everyone, you reach out to everyone, and this of complete tenderness and mercy and forgiveness, and Jesus is never saying to these people that he's healing, he's never saying before they come up, the only thing he really asks is, it's your faith. It's your faith that has healed you. Are you ready? Are you ready to kind of take an ownership and go towards a change? It's never a punishment or a punch in the face. Are you better yet? Psh, get better. Psh, why aren't you better yet? That way of thinking doesn't make any sense. So if I really want to have the faith of Jesus, then I need to look at these people that are in prison and these people doing these things, and I don't just say, you horrible, horrible, psh, horrible, psh. I say, what you did, horrible, but you are a beloved child of God, and you've never ever even been shown what compassion or what love looks like. And so me smacking you down even more after you have no concept of love, the only thing that I can try to heal you with is a concept of love, is a renewal of you finding out that who you have been the entire time, a beloved child of God. And it's so much different than punishment. And it's a completely different way of being. And we're very used to the idea of punishment. And we're very used to the idea of knocking others down and then feeling like I deserve this and you deserve that because where Jesus shows us, sorry. this is an entire different way of life where you see these people hurting and you reach out and you help them. And I don't know what that world looks like in the end, but I know that it's beautiful, and I know that it takes one person at a time really, really living the faith of Christ, of unconditional love. And as the Father Boyle's book says, the power of radical kinship, the power of knowing that we are all one and we're all connected. So may we have some food for thought on this Wednesday of Advent. Thank you very much. Grace and blessings on your day. Mwah.